Bullets and the Babel of Steel began, at least in my mind, as a response to the fact that for years I've seen a lot of exhibitions at galleries and museums and other venues dealing with Latin American art and Latin American artists, and they all seem to have been grouped together, and the experience of being Latin or being Latin America or having come from a Latin American country was all being lumped together, and there never seemed to be a particular personal experience. There never seemed to be a focus on a particular artist in that context. And so I began to believe that within that experience of being Latin America, there were things that were not explained properly and that were not explored. And so I began this concept of these two artists coming from very different backgrounds and yet very similar cultures. Lazarus being Puerto Rican and her parents having migrated to the United States, and me being Cuban and my parents pretty much having been exiled to the United States. I believe the experience of exile and immigration are two very different ones, and as artists, it just reflects in our work. It becomes a part of how we project our images, it becomes a part of how we work our canvases, and I think it also adds a very interesting level to the psychological component of what we are and how we paint and what we put on canvas.
My friend Joshua calls it my personal experience of falling through the cracks of the great melting pot. And it's a strange place to be, not really feeling appropriate in either environment. I'm somewhere floating in the middle, and I think that the altarpiece and Flowers and Bullets and Babel of Steel will express that. And I'm not alone. There's a whole generation of adults who were a product of different situations with similar results. So I'm pretty excited about this project.